Okay, today we're going to take you to Magyar. This one's very pretty, very elegant in design. Nicely architectural building there with the cross on top with the fruits and everything. Very beautifully designed stamp. Alright, let's take you to the rest of the Magyar postage stamps that we have here. Okay, right here we have a 120. See the bridge in the background? See the light showing behind them? Very nice. Nice to really stop and look at all the details of a stamp. It's art and it's history. That's why they're so collectible. Okay. Here's a 60F. Just a simple message. Beautiful. Nicely centered stamp. And the birds are right outside, so you probably can hear them. Hear the dove in the house and the bird feeders right outside the window here. So you get to hear it all. Okay, there's this one here. 1945. 9. What a hat, huh? Okay, then we have a 20. Look at the architectural building there. Whew. Imagine how long it took to make that. To build that. Beautiful. All the workers, you know, things were done all by hand back then. It wasn't, you know, used the machinery. It's a lot of manpower behind that. That's what makes these pictures, I mean, so unique in their own way. Because you have to stop and think and put yourself in that time frame and appreciate all the work that was done in the architectural part of building this. Very nice. And look at this. Talk about building. Woo! This is a 30F. Kind of see it has like another seal behind the top of that pillar. Shows something there. Look at that. Very different. So it probably had to be printed. You know, like that's the first layer and then the church on the second layer. Because you can see that. Isn't that interesting? I wonder if that is done by design or done by era. Very different to see that. Hope it wasn't another stamp and then they printed on top of it. It's very different. Alright. Very nicely designed stamp, that's for sure. So if you know something about that, why that's like that, go ahead and leave a comment. Or if you don't know, and you know a stamp collector, a philanthropist, you know, send it to him, ask him. This is normal, this is supposed to be this way? Or is this rare? Be nice to find a nice rare vintage postage stamp. I'd like that, that's for sure. Alright. Very nice. Okay, and then we have a 1848 to 1948. 20F. Here we have a 1FT. Look at the train right over the bridge. And the interesting thing, you know, you can look at a stamp You're not really totally looking at it. But look underneath the bridge. Look at the antique vehicles in there. Look at that wagon down there. Okay, and then if you look above the train, you can also see a plane flying. You know, so don't just look at it and go, oh, a train crossing the bridge and that's it. Look at the rest of the details that's in it. Love the front of the train. It's really pretty. But there's also a plane and there's a couple of antique vehicles. So that can give you the time frame a little bit. But it's also nice to have that in a postage stamp. It's cool. Allows you to go back in history and look at that. Especially for all the vintage car lovers. And the train lovers. And aviation, of course. Alright. And here we have a 2 fee. See, they got the tanker there, and in the back, there you go. Plowing the fields. See how you can see more? Then also above the tanker on the left-hand side, you see the plane flying. They had a lot of little details in designing their stamps, which is really nice. Gives you more to see, more to appreciate. Okay, 1945, 160. Of course, the one we brought you at the very beginning, 50F. And this one here, it's a 2. Took me a while to find it. There it is. And this one here, a 70. By the water, all the architectural building, probably all mills and stuff. Because those always had to be by the water. They need the water to cool machinery down. And then you have your 140. Have a 60F. A 12 filler. A 120 forint. And a 2. I believe that's enough. Okay, so I believe the most interesting one will be this one, only because of that extra seal that's in there. It's in the background, kind of like in the shadows of the architectural church. Alright, so be sure to join me as a friend as we travel around the world with vintage postage stamp. Today we're in Magyar. Never know where we're going next, so join me as a friend and we'll travel together. Bye-bye.